what is going on? It is a new day. I don't know where I cut the video off yesterday, but just to give you guys a quick update. Basically what's happening is I pulled the trigger on a reman transmission. It is coming from Weller. I ended up getting a pretty decent deal from my parts guy at Freightliner, a better deal than I could when I personally called. So yeah, honestly, I'm not even gonna think about the whole, oh, let's just rebuild it because down the road if something else breaks and all this and that. So my thinking, I'm just like, well, you know, it's $24.50 to rebuild it, or well, $24.50 is what the guy wanted essentially, right? I could have returned my parts easily, no big deal. And for $1,000 more, I could have a brand new reman transmission with a 2-year unlimited mile warranty. This guy was only gonna fix the gears that were messed up, but when I was thinking, I'm like, well, this guy only gives a 6-month warranty compared to the reman, which has a 2-year unlimited miles. And everyone that I've known or seen that has bought a reman transmission, they haven't had any issues for like 8-10 years. So I'm just gonna go the easy way and honestly just send it on the reman. And yeah, so we're about to go to customize right now, pick up the used transmission, go to Freightliner, and go pay for this reman, take it back to him. Hopefully the truck will be done by tomorrow. So yeah, let's find out. Alrighty guys, there you have it. I put the transmission in the back. She's sitting over there, and we're gonna go see what they say. So get this new transmission and take it back. Hopefully get it put on by today or tomorrow, man. And then we're gonna hit the road heavy. I gotta get some money. If these guys aren't gonna supply me with runs every time I come back, honestly, I will be switching. That's it. That's a given. So. guys, you saw it there. She's loaded up, brand new. It's red, looks like a Cummins, but you know. Alrighty guys, what is going on? We're back in the truck. We gotta go back to Freightliner so I can return these parts that I have, that I bought. Since the transmission is brand new, I don't really need these anymore. And I'm gonna get me back probably about $300, if probably more. And I also gotta get some bolts for the transmission that I forgot to take off, that I need. Alrighty guys, we have finally left Freightliner. I got the bolts that I needed, as well as returning all the parts. If I didn't buy the gear oil, but I needed to buy new gear oil anyways, I would have saved like 240 bucks, because all I needed really was the clutch, the fork for the bell housing. So I got the fork for the bell housing, and so yeah, and then I bought the fluid. I bought more of the little brass air fittings, and so yeah, I mean, I think I came out pretty decent. They gave me back 38 bucks, at least finally, for once they're giving me money. but yeah, so we did pretty good there. I just can't wait to finally have this thing put back together and be in one piece so I can finally hit the road again. Man, I miss driving that thing. I can't wait to see how it's gonna feel with a brand new transmission, new clutch. Oh boy, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm just as excited as probably you guys are if you're watching this video. But so yeah, we're gonna drop this stuff off and then probably go get some food and go home, and then start recording again probably when they're done. So alrighty guys, well, there she is. Brand new 13-speed Eaton transmission for the classic. It's Cummins red. Ain't no big deal. All new lines, everything brand new. I got the gear oil right there. I bought a new clutch fork because that's all we need to replace. And yeah, I'm probably gonna clean this up with some brake cleaner I have in my truck, and probably paint it the Detroit color. Alright guys, well, I painted the bell housing the Detroit color. It turned out pretty good. I brake cleaned it as much as I could, and it looks pretty good. Try to help him put this transmission on the ground and get to work. Alright guys, there she is unpacked, all new. Weller truck parts, Weller reman. Man, that thing is freaking nice. It's a shame that we're not going to be looking at this thing. Guys, look at this glider kit truck. This is a Fitzgerald glider. Look at that thing. That thing is pretty nice. But for some reason it's in the shop, which I don't know why, but I mean, everything's pretty neat. All the lines, everything. Seems like the transmission's out. Seems like it's getting a clutch, but man, this Fitzgerald glider really is nice. These Coronados are amazing trucks. I know a lot of people say Fitzgerald gliders don't even last, but I don't know. I think they're pretty decent. Some people say these only last at 200-300K because I guess the parts they use. Alright guys, so unfortunately I gotta go back to Freightliner. Some of the stuff that I returned in the clutch installation kit, I kind of needed. So yeah. And so I'm gonna go back and go get it. Looks pretty nice with it painted red and blue, but you know, I left it red just for, you know, the warranty reasons, because they're like, oh, you know, we didn't freaking say this transmission, it's a different color, blah blah blah. So I just kept it red, no big deal. But I need to get some bushings for the housing and everything like that. So so yeah, not a big deal. That'll be it. I need to go get some food still. I was painting that dang bell housing. I cleaned it up and then I painted it, because, you know, I'd rather just paint it to make it look a little better. So instead of keeping it looking all ugly. So it turned out pretty good, if you ask me. So yeah, let's go on down to Freightliner and get this stuff and then go get some food because I am thirsty and I'm hungry. Well, I'm leaving Customized for the 7th time today. I had to go back to Freightliner because they didn't tell me that I didn't know that the transmission didn't come with a speed sensor and the reverse lockout switch. So yeah, didn't come with that. And so all right guys, what is going on? I am back. The only reason why I'm kind of recording this, so basically what happened was, I'm making some food right now, well, some toast and cream cheese, but what happened is yesterday there was something going on my GoPro, and for some reason it ended up deleting the footage that I had from Monday. So basically, I'm just gonna kind of catch you guys up to speed. So Monday, my plan was to see how much it would cost to get my transmission rebuilt and get it checked out. So Monday, I go get the truck and I go to this place called Dial Powertrain. I go there, drop off the transmission to the guy. He said, "Give me about an hour and a half." Took him 4 hours to get back with me. And so finally the guy calls me back because originally I wanted to rebuild it if it was cheaper than buying a reman. So basically what happened is the guy gives me a call and he basically tells me, he's like, "Hey, the transmission, it's gonna be about $24.50. So $24.50, I was like, okay, not bad. Well, $24.50 when I actually thought about it, I'm like, well, it's a lot of money. I didn't think it'd be $24.50. He's like, "Oh yeah, all your overdrive gears are bad, the sliders are bad." And I'm like, okay, well, I have the clutch installation kit, which comes with a couple of the things, and the synchronizer, which I have to replace. He's like, "Oh, I can take $400 off," which doesn't make sense because the synchronizer alone is $400. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, the clutch installation kit's about $220. So in total, about $620. And after that, I tell him, he was like, "Oh yeah, it would be about $2,050. I'm like, "All right, cool." I was like, "So can you tell me what parts exactly, like, can you give me the part numbers?" I was like, because I have, obviously you guys know, I go to Freightliner a lot, and I have my own parts guy, which can source me parts cheaper. He was telling me, oh, the sliders are about $100, $110 a piece. But my parts guy told me the sliders are $65 to $70. So I already know this guy's trying to make a pretty good killing on a lot of the parts. Probably somewhere between $40 to $100 profit on each and every single piece that he was gonna get. So basically, I asked the guy, I'm like, "Well, hey man," I was like, I have such and such that works at Freightliner, and I was like, "Can you tell me what parts they are, so I can, get a price quote? Maybe I can come out a little cheaper on this." He was like, "Oh, I've done that before, and I got screwed over." He's like, "You know what we're gonna do?" He's like, "How about you just come get your transmission and, take it somewhere else?" I was like, "Okay. That's how you want to do business, People like that, man, are just shady." So, to catch you guys up to speed as well, I got to the guy's shop, and I tell him, I'm like, "Look, man," I was like, "I'm trying to save myself money." I was like, "Look, we're in a global crisis at this point." I was like, "Times are tough." I was like, "Nobody has $2,500 to get shafted on, or $2,000 to get shafted on. Like, if I'm trying to save myself some money, I mean, like, work with me." I was like, "That's not how you do business." He's like, "Oh, well, I've been in this business for 40 years. I'm like, "Look, man, I don't care how long you've been in the business. I haven't seen your work. No, the only one person that told me about, that you do good work was my mechanic, and I don't even think he's ever had anything done with you." So basically, yeah, that happened. And he was like, "Oh, maybe we can work in the future." I was like, "Yeah, sure, buddy. It's just never gonna happen." So yeah, that happened. And honestly, I was just kind of rubbed the wrong way about it. So we're going to fast forward to the next day. And that's where I just wanted to catch you guys up to speed on what happened Monday, since my GoPro decided to delete the footage. So yeah. Also, I called Weller Transmissions. I shout out to Tyler once again. He works at the Freightliner in Arkansas. He told me to call Weller, and I did. And they told me Weller was trying to sell me a transmission for $3,700 with tax. That's about $4,000. So yeah. Fast forward to what you guys are about to see. I ended up going with my parts guy. I went to my parts guy, and he ended up helping me with getting the same transmission from Weller for a cheaper price. So honestly, I can't complain. I can't complain about anything. So I'm satisfied highly, and I definitely recommend going to Harold for all your needs at Freightliner. So let's get on with the video. Alright guys, well, they put the damn thing in. So all good to go. Oh man, I don't know if life can get any better. Actually, I don't know if life can get any worse than what it is now. So, yesterday came along. I gave them all the stuff the day before. They installed the clutch. They installed the new transmission. I got them all brand new parts. Literally everything on that thing is brand spanking new. Oh man. So, they put it all together. And then I go for a test drive. Well, here's what happened. I go to drive it, and when I go from 5 high to 6, it's like a big thud. And like dark, and like, I don't know, it's so weird. And then when I went on the highway, I'm like, let me test it out. I went on the highway, and I can't even go past 65 because in the last gear, which is 13th, you can just feel the like worst vibration coming from, you know, the transmission. And I was like, come on, man. Brand new freaking, well, not brand new, but remanned transmission. And the shop manager was telling me, he was like, yeah, when we opened the freaking, you know, the top of they opened the cover just to see, you know, when they were gonna put the shifter on, he was like, yeah, all the gears look brand new. So he was like, all the gears look brand new, so that's a good sign. So I took it back to their shop. This was yesterday at 4:35, and oh man, basically I told him, I was like, look man, I was like, something ain't right. I was like, I'll let y'all do your thing to fix it. So, yeah. So basically, he calls me, like, within 30 minutes of me, like, leaving. And, he basically tells me that the output on the rear of the transmission, the output bearing, or where the output shaft is, the bearing that goes back there has a lot of, like, play. And it's bad. Oh my god. So basically what that means now is I gotta go to customize, I gotta record the, you know, whatever it is, take pictures. Pretty sure I just record it and send it, or no, not send it, but go to Freightliner, show the parts manager, because he's the one that I dealt with, even though my parts guy sold it to me. But I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, and on top of that, I'm, you know, paying labor again. Wait another couple days to take it out. Like, oh my God. I can't have nothing go right. And then on the transmission that they sell you, right? On the transmission that they sell you the wrong air fittings on the transmission. So they had to buy me different air fittings. So that was another extra $34. So yeah, guys, that's what I've been dealing with all week. I haven't been posting. I've just been in the dumps lately. I've been trying to stay positive, but I've had lack of motivation to pick up the camera just because everything is just so effed up, man. But, well, I guess I'll see today. I'm about to go to Customize right now. I just have to take Ziggy out, and we're going to figure this out when we go there and see what happens. So, transmission's 2 days old. Highly doubt they're going to screw me over. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to get everything brand new or another transmission, and they're going to pay for the labor as well. That's what I've heard. So yeah, guys, let's go figure this thing out. Okay, guys, so this gear right here is the gear for it's called a speedometer gear. It's for the speedometer, basically. And you're supposed to slide this on the back of the output shaft, and it should stop it from having that kind of play that you guys saw in that video. And this is what they forgot to put on, and there was a clear sticker on the transmission. I'm gonna put a picture in that showed you that you need to take this off the old transmission. So basically, I ended up buying a new one and a new output and a new seal for the you know, the rear of the transmission. So yeah, they're over there putting it back on my truck. But yeah, guys, they just didn't read it, and so now I got to basically wait for them to fix it and see what's wrong. So sucks that it had to happen that way, and but that's what happens, I guess, when you don't read labels. So alright, guys, well, so far so good. We're on a test drive. The speedometer works perfect. The gears are shifting fine. So it looks like that one little gear caused all that problem. So yeah, we're about to go on the highway, see if we can go past 70 or 65. So yeah, I'll give you guys an update when I'm cruising. Alright, guys, so I took it on the test drive, and it does this weird thing where if I turn the lights on, the freaking, you saw that? Let me try and do that again. I turn the light switch on, and the RPM, or the miles per hour needle, just skyrockets. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh man. I'm just gonna have to like take them on a test drive. I mean, the thing shifts fine, it drives fine, but for some reason when I went from high to low, it did that thing again where it freaking, I don't know, it's so weird. It's so hard to explain. I'd have to show it on a video once. Alrighty, guys, we parked her back at the yard. And so yeah, I mean, the transmission's fixed. There was that speed gear thing that was that whatever that dude, I don't know. So yeah, fixed it. The only thing is, like, now I don't know if it's because the transmission's new or the gears are new, but like now when I shift from 5 high to 6 low, like, it does this like big ass boom thing, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I need to shift it at a different RPM now because of the gears, like how the gears are new, or maybe I need to wear the gears in, or I don't know, man. But this is just so frustrating. And like the speed, like, it's weird when I turn the lights on, like when I turn the lights on, like the freaking thing the speedo moves. So I don't know, it's so weird, but yeah, we'll figure it out if I gotta do it myself, but I know now not to trust. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna go through the events that happened in line. So basically I end up taking the transmission out, you know, to check the synchronizer. Customize ended up saying, well, let's check the inside to see if it's good or not, so you're not taking the transmission back apart again, spending the $750. I was like, okay, whatever, cool. They open it, it's no good. It's bad. Rebuild costs $2,000. I called a couple of rebuild guys. Some want $2,000. Some want $2,400. Some guys just wanted $550 just for the synchronizers. You know, some guys wanted $1,200 just for the synchronizers. So I ended up going the route with Customize because it was the cheapest route, you know, for them to take it out and for me to see what's up. So while it's out, I figured I'm just going to go ahead and buy a new clutch, you know, and buy a synchronizer kit. Well, come to find out, when they took it out, inspected it and everything, the transmission ended up being no good. As in no good, as in what I mean is like the gears inside of the transmission were pretty eaten up. The sliders were bad. Some of the overdrive gears were bad. They're supposed to have like a flat surface, kind of like this. So it's supposed to have a flat surface and it's supposed to be the gear. It's supposed to be flat. So here's your gear. Here's your like gears. This is supposed to be a flat surface. On my transmission, the gear was like it was like sharp. So it was like a blade that you could basically like cut your finger on. And obviously that's not good. So then I'm like, okay, well, let me find my options. One shop wanted, you know, $2,000, which was that one guy that I took it to, Dial Powertrain. I just couldn't make a deal with him because, you know, I personally wanted to get the parts. I wanted to quote the parts for myself at Freightliner. He wouldn't let me do that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. One of my subscribers, Tyler, he told me about Weller. So I go to Weller, I call them, they tell me $37.50. Cool, $37.50. So I'm like, okay, let me try my parts guy at Freightliner, see if he can get me a better deal. So ends up getting me $34.50. Okay, with tax and everything came out like $36.90. Okay, not bad at all. We're still under $4,000, you know. Reman transmission, 2-year warranty, unlimited mileage. So at that point, I'm feeling my hopes are high. I'm like, okay, just gonna get this transmission, throw it back in, and just hit the road heavy, even with everything going on. So, what was it? Not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I go to, you know, I give them the transmission, and they needed a couple parts off the transmission, so I'm going back and forth all day. Well, what's today? Thursday? So Tuesday, I was going back and forth to Freightliner like 7 different times. I need this, I need this, I need this off the old one. So I ended up coming 4 o'clock. I spent my whole day running back and forth, getting the old parts or new parts if I needed it. And, you know, they finally put the transmission together. Yesterday it was. They were missing, they had to replace, so these take the spaghetti lines, this like brass fitting takes the spaghetti lines. Well, on the transmission itself, on the new one, it came from whatever Weller with the bigger lines, so obviously couldn't use that because on my shifter I have the spaghetti lines, which is I believe 5/32. So we had to go to Freightliner. The shop manager went to Freightliner yesterday, got me the new fittings. And he basically called me and said, hey, I need these 2 plugs for the transmission oil cooler. So got the plugs, went there, they filled the truck up with transmission fluid, started the truck up, I took it on a test drive. So took it on a test drive, and after that, once I took it on the test drive, I noticed it did this weird thing from 5 high to 6 low. Because I always shift between 1300 and 1500 RPM. That's when I shift. And I shift at 1500 and the truck kind of just like kneels forward and then it comes back. It's like, and it makes a big thud noise. And I'm like, okay, well that doesn't sound right. You know, something, I don't know if it's I don't know if that's me, how I shift, but you guys have seen how I float my gears. It's pretty smooth and soft. Sometimes it may not be the best, you know, but it shouldn't be making that kind of noise. So basically, I don't know. I get on the highway 295. The speedometer didn't work. But I know in what gear how fast I'm going. So I got into the last gear. Everything was good till I got to the last gear. I get to the last gear, which is 13th. I'm going 60, trying to go to 65. But it's just not allowing me. I'm getting a bad vibration from the rear. And not from the rear, but from the transmission. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound right. So I let off the gas and I slowly get back to customize. So once they find out the video that you guys saw of the, you know, you can move the whole yoke in the back, they said, oh yeah, the rear bearing isn't good. Well, come to find out that they forgot, and clearly on the back of the transmission where the output shaft is, on the new one, there was a sticker stating this new reman transmission does not come with the speedometer gear. So, and that's what holds that whole assembly in place and doesn't allow it to move. And so the guy just ended up installing it like it was willy-nilly, didn't, you know, really read instructions. I mean, granted, I'm not trying to, you know, be mean or anything, but the guys only speak Spanish there. So I don't think they can read English because they're mainly fluent in Spanish. Because I have to talk to them through the shop manager because the shop manager knows English and, you know, I don't know Spanish. So basically that's how I communicate with the guys, is through the shop manager. So I guess the guy didn't read it. So I went to Freightliner today and basically talked to the parts manager, which is Ray. Awesome guys, very helpful. Calls Weller. Weller says, you know, I guess Weller's heard of this issue plenty of times. People forget to put in the speedometer gear. I don't even know what it's called. I'm just going to call it the speedometer gear. And so he's like, oh, well, check the old transmission, see if they took out the speedo gear. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Me and him go find my old transmission. And come to find out, they never put the speedometer gear inside my new transmission. So then he calls, I let him talk to the shop manager at Customize, and he's like, oh, well, the new transmission didn't say that, you know, there was nothing on there stating that you need to switch the old gear to the new transmission. But clearly I took many pictures, and I'm going to post a picture up, you know, here. And you can see clearly that there's a sticker. I just didn't read it. They just took that output shaft bolt off, and they just took the sticker off, threw it away, whatever. They don't care, you know. So, and then I go get the gear, I buy it, they put it in for free, whatever. Take the truck on a test drive, and it's shifting fine, shifting normal through every single gear, floating like butter, whatever. Then I run into the issue with the 5 high going into 6 yet again. I don't know if it's me shifting at 1500 or if I need to now learn to shift at a lower RPM like 12 to 1300. I don't know what it is, but I know something's not right. And honestly, I'm kind of like just over this whole situation. Like, I bought this truck and I've had nothing but bad luck, and I'm just going on a rant at this point. But I'm honestly annoyed. I don't know what bad luck has come my way, but this is dumb. I'm honestly pissed off, like, to a point of no return. And I'm not saying that the guys at the customized shop did anything bad. But it's like, how, man? How? Why is this happening only to me? What could be the issue? It's a brand new remanufactured transmission. What could be wrong? Everything in that thing is new. Everything in the bell housing is brand new. Nothing is old. So I honestly don't know. That's where I'm probably going to leave that off there. I just wanted to give you guys a whole recap of everything that went down throughout the whole video. Some of the video footage got deleted, so whatever, not a big deal. So I got the truck parked at my parking. I'm basically just going to go to work, and if something messes up along the way, I'm just going to tell them, here's your transmission, give me another one. Because I'm honestly just over it at this point. I'm tired of the bad luck, you know, and just all the bad crap that's happening with every single thing that I buy. First the head, now the transmission. Oh my God, man. But yeah, that's probably where I'm gonna end this video here. Sorry for not posting the last couple days. I really haven't been in the mood. I've honestly been down in the dumps. Like, I mean, oh my God, I haven't been streaming, all that stuff. It's just been a rough time right now. There's no work. It's getting worse and worse every single day. The stupid freaking coronavirus. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about it. Honestly, this is just ruining everybody's lives. And I just want to go back to work, make money, and live my goddamn life. Honestly. Just want to go back to normal. But, so yeah, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the BS that this video came with and my rant. So let me know your thoughts down below. Yeah, I might stream today. So if you're watching this video, then I already probably live streamed. So yeah, guys. If you're not subscribed, I see 13% of the people that watch my videos are subscribed. 87% of you guys are not, so if you're not subscribed, hit that sub button for more BS, you know, content. Other than that, like the video if you enjoyed. If you didn't, don't like it at all, I don't care. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and see you on the next one. Peace.